Hi guys, welcome again. Today we'll be playing two live 5-player games, and the first one we've got Olympia. I'm very happy with that. Olympia A is one of my favorites in this higher player counts, just because it's so easy to gather the resources, and the plan is so sound and so simple. So 5-player. This is a little bit of a weird player count, and I want to talk about that as well. And what is weird about it is that it's kind of not like many players, but not few players, so it's kind of in the middle. I still think that starting with 5 players, you kind of play for those cards that are like doubled. So Arena, Haven, Caravanserai, those are good. There is like a bunch of red also. Greens is doubled on like specific ones. There should be some guilds that make it way to you that are pretty good, so you can kind of count on that. But for example, what is weird is that there are 2 altars, but only 1 pantheon. So altar is much worse, at least in my opinion. Here I do want to try to dominate red, so I'll take that. But I do want, like, my plan here as Olympia is very, very simple. Just get a lot of brown. Use the fact that you are a brown wonder, and like a very easy brown wonder, and like work of that. Splash some Haven, splash some Arena, splash some green, splash some blue, get a good guild of your wonder stage, and just win or be second with just the good stuff. This is not going great because, and this happens very rarely in 5-player. There is a green guy who ran away. There is another green guy, and here is a green splash. So we'll see what will happen in the second era. I do want to establish myself on the red. I kind of have to do that. I plan on playing another one because that's how much I care about that red. I do want to play double clay, possibly. It's hard for me to basically hide green at this point, so I'm kind of counting on the other players. If it fails, he'll run away. I can live with that. When you're playing those high player count games, you cannot beat everybody. Like you cannot, on the opposite side table, plan to play against a good player here. You can do some small stuff, like for example, I could hide dispensary here, but at this point I'm choosing not to. I'm kind of putting pressure on them, and if it fails, well, it's Halicarnassus, it's the best wonder in the game, and that can happen from time to time. So here we are in a very peculiar position. I'm not sure if I even like Caravanserai here, and the answer is I don't. So I'm just gonna hide Training Ground, and he will even win red now, so that's something. I don't have access to Loom or Bottle, but that is okay. I'm just going to play Archer Range, so I'm safe from the double red play. And then I'm going to try and finish my wonder, if that's a possibility. Yes, now it's a possibility. Let me check. He already has that, so no need in playing that. So I'll hide the Sawmill. I want this guy to be in as much green as possible, to be honest, because that means that he can take from the other guy. At this point, I think we are kind of cruising for second place, but we'll see. I don't want, like, this is a trap, and this is one of the reasons why playing Olympia A sometimes is so hard. Of course, I can play Aqueduct here and get a 5-pointer. Sounds okay-ish. And actually that might be the plan, but I need to think about this. If I play that, I'm unable to play the both Pantheon and the Palace, and am I prepared to sacrifice that? I don't think so. So I'll instead play this. I'll play Giza because she looks like she's in trouble, like too much yellow basically, and that fills me with joy, I would say. And now going into round 3, h3, we have a pretty good setup. We are prepared to play Haven, even though we don't have the cloth, just because we are Olympia. We are prepared to play Arena by itself, so the order might matter. First we have to play Haven, then Olympia. But of course this might not be the case here. We are before two guys who are prepared to play both 7 and 8 pointer, and a lot of those guys are not prepared to play Arena. So in this instance, I will play the Town Hall and I will count on one of the arenas making its way back to me. Is that reasonable? No, it's not. That would be one plan, but he'll play it for sure. And there is actually traders that I missed on this hand. I don't know, but this is like one of the guilds that I often overlook, and it's just the correct play here. 8 pointer gone, 7 pointer gone, he plays red. That's okay. So here we have the Haven, and we'll just play it. Now we are kind of living by the mercy of the cards that go into us, but like we tried to plan for that. It maybe wasn't the perfect opening, but we tried. We'll see how far we'll go. And the gardens here is very unfortunate. I'm even considering workers. Nah, but it's just too bad. So here we have Ludus. We also prepared for that. We made sure that we had the most red. Nobody else had red. So we were prepared for Ludus and very happy to play it for 10 points. So that's a great card. I don't think we can catch this guy, but it's a possibility. Before this, I just played a game where I was able to catch a guy like this. I'm not sure why he hasn't played the Arena, but that also hurt us a little bit. But he played Arena, and I think it may have gotten to us on the last hand. We probably will be forced to throw one or the two, just because our resources are so bad. But yeah, we are trying the thing with Olympia here. Here I will actually play fortifications, I think. Yeah, like throwing and playing is almost the same. I don't think we are racing this guy, so the fact that I make his card better for spice is irrelevant, I would say. And the reason why I want to play this is I potentially want to cut this guy off red. But he already played all the things. But the thing is that, again, I have 8, so he has 7, so he potentially can play double red, but very unlikely. But at the same time, I have the Ludus, so throwing is almost the same, and we have a firm lead on money just because of the Ludus itself. I can also throw gardens to make him play red. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. If he plays double red there, I will look very stupid. Okay, and it doesn't matter. But we get the Arena in the end. That was our hope and our dream. And we'll see if we are able to beat this guy after all is said and done. Of course, tracking here is very hard, usually. He plays this for no reason at all. But that's okay. And we'll see what the end result is. And the end result is that we win by quite a large margin, which I'm very happy about. So just a couple things to be said about this game. yeah, just good Olympia stuff, you know. I was trying to talk it up from the start because like I've had games like this before, so I was talking Haven up. I forgot about talking up the Ludus, but I didn't forget that in my mind, and also I talked up the Arena. We got a good guild. Usually there are a lot of guilds in the pool, and usually guilds are often good for like a specific player, so usually the guilds make it way up to you, or you can just use like a generic good one. And we used the fact that we were a brown wonder. We like if you watch it from the beginning, Clay Pit and Excavation were first picks, so it guaranteed our last stage very early on. And let's do one more. Let's see how quickly it fills up. So again, when you think about 5-player, you kind of have to play the odds, and the green will usually be much worse in the third era than it's normally, because people are much less vulnerable to bad spread of green. And it's like people will maybe hide, or you can just be unlucky with the spread. So he had okay, so now will be green probably, but we will see. I think I'm actually going to try the A side. Don't think I have ever shown you guys the A side, and I don't think it's quite as bad as people think. Like the B side is stronger than the Knight side, but the A side is pretty reasonable. So naturally I want to be in green, or like a green splash, but I have no idea what's going on here, so I'll just play it safe for now. Passing Clay to Olympia is very dangerous. Olympia is really excellent at higher player counts, as you can see, but by the game before. I have the Clay Pit, so I can establish myself on the reds, and there is no gray cards coming my way, so we'll settle for that right now. Claypool is a possibility. Both of them want to use Claypool. Also Giza wants to use Clay, so taking it away is pretty nice. And Claypool is also very good for Forum in the second era, but again, Forum is a one-off. So I don't usually like basing my strategy on the one-offs, unless it's like my only way to do well. So Stockade, if I remember correctly, is a one-off, and if you want to play a specific player count, one thing that you have always to remember are the reds and the greens. So you have to remember the 5, 5, 7. That's really important, and you have to remember that, for example, library, school, workshop, academy, lodge, and observatory are singles, and the other are doubles. This is very, very important. So lumber is less attractive, but at the same time, it's also pretty good. Orvain is a very decent possibility for us, and there is also Apo, but we saw Apo on the first hand, so not so worried about that. I think I'll just take the Orvain here to guarantee the ability of building the Wonder. I do not mind getting a double wood in the second round. I would actually like that quite a bit. And with that, we are still preparing for double red. We are preparing for stables, which is important because that's the only double. So both wood and ore prepared us for that, so there was like nothing there, but we are still preparing for training ground, but maybe the wood was better because it was also preparing us for archery range. Here, very happy to pick up the press, and I think we are left with nothing. We are actually picking up the tavern, I think. The battle scares me a little bit. But other than that, we are doing pretty okay. I don't see like a green player here, so I don't think we are going to be a green player in this scenario. Now I also regret not picking up wood because the ore vein was making its way here, so I'm probably talking too much and not focusing enough on the plays here and what could be coming, because you know, in 5-player the first hand will make its way back to you. So now I'm debating if archery range is too much, and it probably is. So sawmill will be my pick. I still plan on getting 2 red cards in this era, and I also probably want to pick double stone and a bottle. So that would be my dream resources. This saddens me, but not greatly. And this saddens me greatly. Stables, training ground. I don't think we can abandon everything here, so I will actually... Will I pick up quarry? Might be my last chance, so I will pick up quarry. There is a battle, that's great, and now we only focus on getting the reds. So we passed 3 reds, so there is only walls coming our way. I doubt we'll get it, so we are probably losing both reds. We have to be prepared for that, unless we can make use of our wonder stage. The greens don't seem too bad. I do want this guy in green, so I think I'll just hide this to counterplay the other guys a little bit. The walls make it way to us. I think this is a huge mistake by our neighbor here, and I will gladly pay him. Right now I'm scared about this one. This looks like a decent splash, decent stuff here. The problem is that he has to take battle from this hand. He has no access to that. Here this looks a little weak. I cannot play the temple, so yeah, I don't think there is much in the first era, and I don't want to play Bazaar, but at the same time the Bazaar will be 8, so I'll play it. I think he has to play the battle. If he's like watching his resources, he has to play the battle here, and I was correct in that assumption. He can play the other red. I think there is one. No, there is not. Everybody played one, so that's okay. I'm not interested in that one, and I'd rather pay him. I think he's in bigger trouble. This is not what you want to do as Olympia, in my opinion. The overcommitment on the gray, that's probably too much. Here there is nothing really good for us. I would pick Tavern, but we already have that. I don't necessarily want to pick green, but that might be the best. Although we don't have access to free ore, but I think the only card that cares about this is fortifications, and we already have walls. Yep. So I would consider this, but at the same time, this looks just safer. So I will actually pick this. But I'm really unhappy about that. This was very, very weak. But let's see how can we salvage this one. So Senate looks decent. I don't remember the spread. There are 2 Senates and 2 Gardens. So not a lot of blue actually in this player count. Not a lot of blue. Haven can be considered, but there are 2 Havens, so I'm picking the Senate. There are 2 Senates also, but Senate is giving me more points at the moment. Also I'm passing traders to a guy that already has a lot of gray, so he'll probably pick this one. Yeah, doesn't look the best for us, but maybe we can recover here. That's very happy for us. We have to consider a couple of things. We can try to go into ship owners. We can also try arsenal. We can try Arena. I don't think another Arena is making its way past Giza. Can he play the last stage? He can actually, so Arena is excellent for him. So I don't think we'll see Arena again. And Arsenal is doubled actually. Both Arsenal and Siege are doubled. So I'll actually try to Arena here. Not very happy. Okay, so this is 6, this is also 6. And the red is also there. But there is like so much red that I'll first pick Ludus because potentially it's 7. And now I will play the reds. So I'll start with this one. I don't know if that's correct actually. I think this one is correct. Because he cannot build this one. Oh, or at least he has to pay a lot to pay this one. This is 7 and we would normally want to play that. But we have to think about the reds. We have to really think about the reds. I don't think there is catching this guy. So can he play that one? Okay, now it's the time for a deep calculation. Like this guy's toast already. We can also hide this one, but that doesn't make much sense either. Like my instinct, like normally in like high level game, like I would imagine that this guy doesn't want to pass any red, he wants to build it, but at the same time he can be like forced under 2 reds. I don't think there was a red on the first hand that we saw. On the second one there was one, but I don't think it will make it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is only 1 red unaccounted for, so I would imagine he would play it. He would have to pay 5 for that red, so he cannot play it. And for this one he would have to pay 3, so he can actually play it. So I will actually... Yeah, this is too hard. Am I risking it? I think I'm risking it. Okay, so that was a good guess. Now the question is, does he play a red? I should have hidden that red, because I knew that Haven and Lighthouse... Yeah, that was stupid. Don't play like I did here. So I think, yeah, we're still building that. And can we catch... yeah, I think we are ahead of this guy. So I'll actually do this that way. We'll see if he plays red. He most certainly does, but it's okay. He is... I just misplayed here. Because I had the yellow coming. That was really bad. That was really bad. But yeah, it's good to show you sometimes, guys, mistakes that I do. I would have won that game, by the way, if I haven't made this mistake, and instead I'm 4th. So that's a decent punishment for misplaying, I would say. I would be 1st. Yeah, plus I would be +6, so 59, maybe +5. So yeah. That would be pretty good. We beat Dunder. That was the only guy that we beat. He also suicided a little bit, but that's okay. Like he had no options after the start that he did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you like to see more 5 players, maybe 6 players. Maybe some of you guys are desperate to see the 7 player in the new edition. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you later, guys. Bye.